Hello, lovelies! Welcome back to Mama G Gear. Mama G here and
Rusty Blades.
Rusty Blades. First, I just want to do a quick shout out to my friend and yours, Garden State Gardener. You can read on there when he's having his live. Every Sunday he does a live, and it's really a blast. We get like 100 people in the chat. It is so much fun. He gives away a lot of seeds, and I noticed that I've already was looking for seeds, and a lot of the seeds are already sold out, so should have planned a little better. I did order some, and I've won them on his show too. But anyway, Joe from Garden State Gardener, every Sunday from 7 p.m. to around 9, and it's just like constant spinning the wheel and winning stuff, and he's such a doll. So I just want to do a shout out to my buddy. He lives in Jersey. Anyway, so what else are we talking about today?
So today I have just a quick little positive story, and it's kind
positive stories.
Positive story with a bigger meaning.
Okay.
In the sense of what this man did, he could have gone very differently. So there is this, and you might have heard the story. It goes back a little ways,
but worth mentioning again.
Sorry, listening. The dog. Dougal's on the loose. Dougal the Destroyer, if you don't know.
Yeah. The Basset Hound.
He might need to go out. So basically, this student was at school and he didn't want to take off his hat, and he was being very
They were perceiving him.
Yes, they were perceiving him. The dog. Pause it for a second. He's just walking around too much.
Okay, we have to let the pup out.
Yes.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Dougal has urinated.
Hey, life
outside.
happens, even when you're videotaping. Oh,
dog tail. Didn't mean to
yeah,
show it.
cover that up because
Yeah.
we'll get banned from there from whatever.
So anyway, so we were talking about a kid that didn't want to take his hat off
And
and was being perceived as being very defiant, and why won't you do the simple task, just take off your hat off. Back and forth, finally ends up in the principal's office. And the principal could have done one of two things. Could have continued just being like, take your hat off, take your hat off, take your hat off. But instead of just focusing on what he wanted and what was happening, he decided, let me ask why. Why is, obviously something's going on if this human won't do the simple task of taking off his hat.
Right.
Well, apparently he had gotten a haircut and he didn't like the way that it looks. And the principal, instead of just telling him to suck it up and deal with it, the principal said, how about if I go, I cut hair myself, here's a picture of my son, I just recently cut his hair, how about if I run home, I'll grab my clippers, we'll fix your hair, then can you keep your hat off and go back to class? He agreed. So that's exactly what happened.
He solved the problem.
And so, yeah,
justified the child.
Here is this man understanding that this kid didn't want to look bad. And one of his quotes actually stood out for me. And part of what he is saying is that barbershops and haircuts as black males is very important in the community, and looking your best and being sharp. He also goes on to talk about how at that age girls matter, so does his appearance. Yeah. He was scared about going and being laughed at, and while as the principal was pretty sure no one would have really cared, at that age he was looking through his own lens of himself. So it was just a beautiful concept.
Yes. Instead of just not even justifying the child as having feelings, they just suck it, like you said, suck it up, or just take it. Figure out, go a little deeper, and try to perceive in other people's eyes. Absolutely, and that's just so kind and
they were even taught, another quote in it is a student doesn't deserve to be punished because they feel uncomfortable with how they look.
Yeah. How often we've all probably felt, to some degree, that where maybe your mom put a clothes on you that you're embarrassed to wear and whatever, but.
So it was a nice story, and the concept that I think is so important about this is that exact, when something happens, you can react to it from yourself, or you can try to understand it from the bigger picture of the we and us of the whole situation.
Yes, and looking through other people's lens.
Yes. Yeah. Did you text somebody and they didn't respond, but they read it? well, you can get upset about that, or you can maybe try to understand why. Did they have a really busy day? Were they in the middle of something and they looked at it and then somebody started talking to them, and even though they're halfway through writing a message, they put their phone down to give the attention to the person speaking, and then didn't pick their phone back up for a while? All of my friends know that happens. The amount of times I'm just like, well, I guess I'll send that half of a message and now update because so much has changed since I started responding.
Yeah. And sometimes you just, again, we probably all feel these and do these things ourselves, but then when someone else does it to us, we're so easy to react and look at the negative and taking it personal. And I think maybe that's the key, is stop taking things from a personal, like that principal. He's the principal of the school. You're not allowed to wear hats in class. So take the hat off. Instead of him thinking just as a principal, he's saying, okay, there's something more. So when somebody else does, I know I'm not making sense right now probably, but is trying to look through the lens of the other person and
trying to understand
where they are. You know, there could be 1,000,001 reasons why someone didn't text you back. They might be driving in the car.
And honestly, the reason can be as simple as your time is your time, and they needed their time for themselves. Nobody needs to give you their time. And I understand babies and like things like that.
Well, baby needs your time.
There's, you know.
Yeah, but no, you're right.
But everybody's time belongs to them. And if somebody is willing to share their time with you, be grateful. If somebody can't offer you their time, and you're like, they're just sitting home. Like, I saw them on social media, but they can't respond to my No, they can't right now. Maybe now they just needed to zone out and scan through social media, and that's completely acceptable.
Or maybe they're maybe in the midst of dealing with somebody else doing something, you know, because we do things through the day, you know. And you guys were really awesome when I was having my little battle with the demons that I do on occasions, and I posted and so many wonderful, hey, we understand, we all need to take a break. That's the concept. Instead of saying, oh, well, she's being a snob, she's too busy to be coming on here and being on my lives. And you know, sometimes I just can't, you know, I could sit there and watch the videos, but I just don't want to comment. It's just a thing, and it's nothing personal. There's nothing personal about anybody else. It's just where I'm at that point in my life, you know, and that, not to make it about me.
And everybody deserves the right to be where they're at.
Exactly. It's my time, and if I'm not feeling up to it, I'm not feeling, and no one's feeling up to it. But anyway, that's cool. And where are we on this?
So speaking of super, we're talking about a man, and you talk about superpowers. I think that having the ability to look past your personal thoughts on something and see it through somebody else's eyes, see it through the we and us,
the compassion,
see it through the whole situation that's a superpower. To be able to love and accept people even if you don't understand it, that is a superpower.
Yeah.
To be able to sacrifice something from yourself when you know somebody else needs help, or to be able to reach out when you need help and you're down in the dumps, that is a superpower. Those are all epic things that some people don't realize they really are a bigger deal than they are.
Yes.
But now let's talk about something else, which is a very comical thing in my brain.
Let's put some humor in here.
Superpowers, but useless ones.
What
are some of the most useless superpowers?
Okay.
One I liked would be being able to being able to identify things with labels on them. So, like, I can look at...
Well, you needed that superpower in the last video. She grabbed the wrong label.
I can look at an item that says something and be able to identify what it is with the label on it. Here's some other funny ones.
You got to look at some of the others. Video. Duco-foot.
Being invisible in the dark.
Controlling
a remote control.
I have that superpower.
So, like, the image of this one, it's actually got the remote control. You got to put your hand up because I can't do both.
Sorry.
The remote contrul kind of just levitating out of your hand. So
these are just like totally ridiculous.
Yeah, they're useless superpowers.
Fun. Yeah, they're fun, stupid stuff.
Reading your own mind.
I wish I had that power because I don't always know what's going on in my
Ultra-fast
mind.
aging.
I'm doing that
Reviving bugs. I wouldn't mind that one.
Reviving bugs would be
fun.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Well, not all the spiders, I would.
Summon a lamp once.
Just once. just to be able to summon a lamp.
So yeah, if you can think of any of the trash
gosh.
detection, like I know that's garbage.
Oh, these are great.
Yeah, so if you can
These are so
invisible handwriting, that's funny.
Oh,
That's
I
a
think
good
we
one.
all have that. I get that when the pen runs out of ink.
Seducing hats.
Seducing hats.
Super slow motion. So yeah, if you can think of any of these,
Yeah,
we've
what
talked
would be
about
your
them before.
super
There's like
useless superpower.
being able to control an automatic door.
Actually, I do enjoy that.
But if you like being able, so the superpower would be before I get to the sensor, I can control it. But even if I didn't do that, it's still open for me.
I still love like walking. Like I have an entourage behind me,
Yes.
and I walk up to the CVS, and the door is just magically open
nice.
for me, and
It's nice.
I just feel so important and special.
Yeah,
But then I am special,
very much.
most definitely.
So yes, useless superpowers.
Change
What
my
can you
name
think
to-
of? What are the ones that?
Yeah, what are
What
some
sort of
what are some
useless
stupid
superpowers?
useless superpowers? But that's like almost a tongue twister.
Flushing a toilet with your mind instead of just using the handle. That might actually be useful if you didn't want to
That
use your
would be-
foot and you're out somewhere.
Yeah, if you're in public toilets, I do it with my foot. Yeah, absolutely. But they have the sensor ones now that you just kind of, cool.
Turning on lights in the sun, or illuminating things in the sunlight. So I have the power to brighten something up, but it's already in the sunlight.
That's another dumb.
So in the sun, well, it's
Yeah.
a useless superpower.
So it's a totally useless superpower.
So yeah.
Yeah, I have to
Comment
think
on
about
there.
that.
Think about
Yeah,
this.
think
comment.
of some silly.
I'll probably think of better ones.
Oh, as soon as we
because
turn this
weren't
off, she'll have a
planning on
whole
doing
list of
this.
really good ones.
So
yeah.
I'll probably have some comments. So feel free to work off mine once I get them up there.
Oh, you could throw them on there. That's true too.
Yeah.
And don't forget, subscribe if you're not. Watch our video, then hit the thumbs up, then subscribe to us if you're not
Yeah.
already subscribed, because we would love to have more subscribers and
Yes.
a bigger family.
We love hearing from you.
All you lovelies out there, we
Have
love
more of you. So when we do another
Yeah.
Crafting together.
crafting together.
We'll
We
have to
could
do
do
another
we'll do one of
soon.
those, and we just we're around 6 at this point, so we'll probably have another giveaway at some point.
And it's getting warmer out, which means soon we're going to be hanging
yes.
in the hanger.
And then right now we got a foot of snow outside. And 2
Yeah.
days ago we
It
were
was
walking
brown.
down the street with
Yeah.
a tank top,
Mud.
t-shirt. Ridiculous, but that's Mother Nature going through menopause. Hey, love you guys. Be well. Take care. And what is your useless superpower?